We're going to look at something that is related in this week's Parsha, just so we can understand a concept of one particular word. The word Pella. The word Pella is mentioned in many different places, which is Pei Lamed Aleph. So the concept of Pella is a wonder. That's how we generally understand it, but it's beyond a wonder. Sometimes it's mentioned in negative connotations of a tochacha, of rebuke or admonition, where Hashem is going to make pla'im, He's going to make wonders, if tragic wonders happen to Jewish people. And sometimes the word Pella is to be able to explain the wonders of how God actually works in His magnanimous ways. In this week's parsha we have a concept called a ish ki yafli neder. A person who takes upon himself, and the word yafli over here is very difficult to explain. The concept of yafli neder is for a person to be able to express upon himself, in wonderment almost, that he's taking a vow. What is the concept? The concept is when a person takes a vow, in this case, let's say a vow, a Nazirite vow, he wants to be a nazir. So when a person takes a vow like this, it's a wonder why a person would do something that is so restrictive. A nazir vow is going to make him have to grow his hair long. He can't have anything related to wine, grapes, and the like. And therefore, this is something that he does for a minimum of 30 days. And now, if anyone wants to take a vow of a Nazirite vow, it's for life. Because of the fact there's no korban that he can ever bring to take away that vow. So the Torah tells us this concept is an ish ki yafli neder, that when a person takes a neder, takes a vow, it's in a pella, it's a wonderment type of way. So what is this concept, yafli? Well, the Ramah writes in the beginning in Shulchan Aruch that there's a concept of yafli that you say every day. That concept of pella, do you know where that concept of pella is that you say it every day? Anyone know? Pella, it's a wonder. Where you say it's in a bracha. Anyone know where that bracha is?
Osefela.
Okay, good. Osefela. That's later, that's not a bracha. Earlier on in your davening, and you say it multiple times a day. Umafli la'asot. That when you go to the bathroom and you say the bracha of Asher Yatzar, you say Umafli la'asot. What does Hashem do? He is mafli. He's a pella. It's a wonderment of what Hashem actually does within our lives. So the Ramah writes that what is the mafli? What is the pella? What is this thing? You're saying in a bracha of going to the bathroom. What is the pella? That Hashem combined a guf, a body, and a neshama. That's the amazing thing. Something so spiritual to something so physical, combine them into one unified unit. That itself is something for us to be a remarkable awakening with on a daily basis. That these two opposites can collide. Fire and water can collide into one unified body. If you understood what your soul was about, you'd be like, this doesn't belong. Totally doesn't belong here. It has nothing to do with each other. The body and soul have absolutely nothing to do with each other. And yet that is the pella that Hashem creates and that every human being is comprised of, is this combination of something entirely spiritual to something entirely physical. So now, based on this, the Sfas Emes writes that when a person takes a vow of a nazir, what did he do? He took upon himself a spiritual vow to that of his physical human body. The hair is going to grow by itself. You don't need to do anything. It's going to grow by itself. Most people, right? The hair is going to grow by itself, and to withhold oneself from wine is also a difficult thing. Wine is that which gives a person simcha. Aside from the fact there are many mitzvot that can be fulfilled with wine. So he says, what is a person doing when he's a nazir? He's nivdal me'inyani olam hazeh. He's separating himself from olam hazeh, from the physical pleasure of this world. So then, even though he's doing certain things that are part of this world, but yet he's trying to separate himself from this world. And therefore, what's the reason why? Why does that make us a pella? The nazir is a pella when he does this. Just like the Ramah writes that God does wonders by putting this human body with the spiritual soul together. So says the Sfas Emes, it is the koach ha'adam, it is the power of the human being, lihit dabeik atzmo bekoach hasher shel kol davar. That the power that we have is to connect ourselves to the ultimate source of everything. The ultimate source of everything, of course, is God. Our divine soul, our physical body, to connect that to God, that is a remarkable experience that everybody has. Shehu chiyus hapnimiyut v'nekudas pella. That concept of being able to apply our physical bodies to something entirely spiritual, that itself is the true internal life that every human being can live, and that's what we call nekudas pella. That is the point of wonder. When God takes a spiritual and physical and marries them together, that's a wonder. When we can take our physical and bring that to God, that is the wonder from the human side. That is the amazing magic, we'll call it. That is the amazing thing that every one of us can actually fulfill. And that is part of the Osei Fela, as Irving wanted to point out before, that the concept of creating this wonder. So the fact that Hashem can put spirituality and physicality together, that is a Pella, that is a wonder. That's things that don't seem to possibly connect. And we too, in this case the nazir, has that power, but any time that we are sanctifying our bodies for the sake of God, taking our physical and bringing that to a higher level place, we have created the aspect of Pella as well. We have done something that's so amazing, therefore that's something that we actually somewhat celebrate. That this is a lofty experience that we have to be able to bring one from physicality to spirituality. Hashem has given us the koach to do that. He's given us the strength to do that. That is what he calls the Nekudas HaPela.